Actually, a brand new episode of this very own channel, and we'll be talking about today a very special topic. And this topic is gonna be of help, especially on those individuals who are actually suffering from this certain condition. So therefore, our focus today is all about erectile dysfunction. So welcome up everyone, this is Nurse Jose, and of course thank you so much for your continued support to my channel. And of course it is actually a brand new episode of this very own channel, and we'll be talking about today a very special topic. And this topic is gonna be of help, especially on those individuals who are actually suffering from this certain condition. So therefore, our focus today is all about erectile dysfunction. So disclaimer, I am not a medical practitioner, I am not a physician or an expert in this field, but of course I am a nurse by practice. So therefore, I will just be sharing with you some of the tips or some of the information that I know regarding erectile dysfunction. So what is the most important thing that we need to do today is all about erectile dysfunction. Just a short description, erectile dysfunction is a condition among men wherein men cannot actually maintain the erection of their own penis, especially if they get involved themselves into sexual activity or intimate activity with their own partner. So of course, in order for us to easily remember the causes of this possible erectile dysfunction, I made this a simple mnemonic, and that mnemonic is called erectile. So that is composed of the following letters. That's letter E, R, E, C, T, I, L, E. So it is composed of these following letters or following different causes of this erectile dysfunction. Shall we begin? So let's begin with the first letter of this causes of erectile dysfunction. The first letter is letter E. Letter E stands for, letter E is emerging conditions. So when you say emerging conditions, it means that this is talking about medical conditions that causes your erectile dysfunction, and such condition includes your Parkinson's disease and at the same time multiple sclerosis. So if these conditions are actually present, so men will usually experience this erectile dysfunction, so they will not be able to maintain a prolonged erection of their own penis. So that is all about the first letter, that's letter E. That's emerging medical conditions, and that includes Parkinson's disease and at the same time your multiple sclerosis. Let's begin. Let's now have our second letter, and it's letter R. Letter R is relationship problems, especially in the family or in a couple. If there will be problems or emerging problems with the relationship, there is actually going to be an existing marital problems. It might contribute to the development of your erectile dysfunction, especially if there will be frequent quarrels or frequent misunderstandings and miscommunications with your partner. That might actually contribute to the development of your erectile dysfunction. So that is letter R, that is relationship problems. Let's have now the third letter, and that's gonna be letter E. Letter E is illicit use of tobacco and cigarette. So if you're talking about tobacco, of course, we know that tobacco contains nicotine, and at the same time, cigarette contains nicotine. This could probably be a reason why it might actually contribute to the development of erectile dysfunction. So one of the causes of your erectile dysfunction is illicit use of tobacco and of course cigarettes. So as what I've mentioned, this nicotine can actually increase the possibility of increasing your blood pressure, and that is gonna be a problem, especially when a partner is going to engage in an activity that involves sexual intimacy. So that will be another problem. So letter E is illicit use of tobacco and at the same time your cigarette. Let's now have the fourth letter, and that's gonna be letter C. Letter C is cardiovascular diseases. So when you talk about cardiovascular diseases, probably it will actually consider your congestive heart failure, your myocardial infarction, or angina pectoris. So this might actually be a contributory factor to the development of your erectile dysfunction. So as what I mentioned, these are just causes of your erectile dysfunction that might actually contribute to the development of this condition. So as much as possible, we have to get rid of the possibility that this medical condition might actually emerge among men. So as much as possible, we have to prevent this condition from happening. So that is letter C. Let's now have letter T. Letter T is presence of stress anxiety. So of course, individuals or men who usually engage in an intimate activity that involves or they are actually experiencing this stress and anxiety, it might contribute to the development of erectile dysfunction. So as much as possible, when you are going to engage yourself in an activity such as an intimate activity, there has to be no presence of stress and anxiety. So of course, when you're going to differentiate the two, stress is going to be a pressing demand, or that's going to be the present situation that demands you to solve that problem. And when you say anxiety, it means that you might actually feel guilty, or you have these feelings of guilt, especially when you do this activity. So that might actually be a contributory factor for the development of erectile dysfunction. So that is letter T. Letter T is there is stress and anxiety. Let's now have letter I. Letter I stands for increasing age. So of course, according to studies, as age grows or as age passes by, so there's a possibility that of course the function of our intimate functioning might psychosexual functioning might also be decreasing. So there's a possibility that it might be the cause for the development of erectile dysfunction. So as men grows older, there's an increased possibility that these men might actually going to suffer this problem of erectile dysfunction. So that is letter I. Letter I is increasing age. Let's now have the next letter, and that's gonna be letter L. Letter L is low testosterone level. So of course, when you talk about testosterone level, if there will be a decreasing testosterone level among men, that might actually going to be a problem for the development of erectile dysfunction, because of course we know that testosterone is the most dominant hormone among men, and this testosterone makes men more masculine or makes men masculine. So there will actually going to be an increased function of these men, especially if testosterone is very high. So if there will be increasing possibility that testosterone is decreasing, so that might actually be the reason why these men will actually experience this erectile dysfunction, and that could probably be the reason why they might not be able to maintain the erection of their penis. So that's gonna be letter L. Let's now have the last letter of this mnemonic, and that's gonna be letter E. Letter E is illicit drug use. So when talking about illicit drug use, probably you're talking about the use of shabu, the use of marijuana, and that's gonna be a problem because of course if there will be use of this illicit drugs, this might actually contribute to the development of this erectile dysfunction. So it will be very important that you need to get rid of these illicit drugs, because of course if these drugs are being used, this might actually deplete your psychosexual functioning, and that might actually going to contribute to the development of this erectile dysfunction. So we have completed now our mnemonic for the causes of erectile dysfunction, and it's going to be composing of the word erectile. So just have the review. We have to revisit the causes of this erectile dysfunction. Let's have the word erectile. Let's have letter E. Letter E is emerging conditions including Parkinson's disease and multiple sclerosis. Letter R is relationship problems, and that's gonna be marital problems. Letter E is illicit use of tobacco and cigarettes. Letter C is cardiovascular diseases. Letter T is there is stress and anxiety. Letter I is increasing age. Letter L is low testosterone level. And the letter E is illicit use of drugs. So these are the causes or possible causes, but of course it's not limited to these causes. There are some causes that cause your erectile dysfunction. So I'm just sharing with you what I know that could possibly be the reason why there is erectile dysfunction. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you get some vital informations for among men, especially if they have problems already with erectile dysfunction. So if you're actually new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget also to click the notification bell for you to be notified with my succeeding uploads of this channel. Thank you so much for patronizing Nurse Jose, and of course we will be seeing each other in our next vlog. And thank you so much also for those who have supported me and making this vlog monetized. So thank you so much for your support. And of course, we'll see you around in our next vlog. Thank you so much. Bye.